How are you paying for long-term care? That's a great question. Many people never ask that question until it's already upon them. Hopefully, you have some type of long-term care insurance in place. If not, Medicare, and let me make this clear, Medicare will not pay for long-term care. Medicare will not pay for in-home, assisted living, or nursing home care. Medicare will pay for rehabilitation as long as you're improving for 20 days. After that, Medicare will pay, but there will be a copay that you pay out of your pocket. Or you could have a private insurance supplement that pays that copay, so you combine the 20 days Medicare pays, the next 80 days you pay with the copay or the private insurance supplement, it's covered, but that still leaves only 100 days. After that, who pays? You do, out of your pocket. If you do, and if you're one of the few that I know of that have long-term care insurance, then long-term care insurance will pick up or can pick up, depending on your policy, and pay for in-home, assisted living, or nursing home care. However, many people do not have long-term care insurance, and you may already be in what I call a Medicaid crisis situation. So, if you are looking at thousands of dollars per month, sometimes as large as $60,000 to $100,000 per year or more, being spent down rapidly out of your assets, then you're asking the question, how can I afford to keep doing this long term? If you're concerned about the high cost of assisted living or nursing home care, there are options for you. There are answers and solutions. And that is something that we do at our firm, at McIntyre Elder Law. I love doing Medicaid crisis planning and engaging in the many, many different ways that we can help people save their home, their other property, their money, their retirement, and other assets, either for their children or for their husband or for their wife. I see many people do what I call a hang your head spin down. They just hang their head and they go to social services and they spend down all their money. And the great social workers, they're doing work for a lot of people, but they're not attorneys and they can't give you legal advice. So they can't tell you all the many ways that you can save your home, your other property, your money, and your retirement, but still qualify for the Medicaid benefit that your tax dollars pay for. So that's one of the things and one of the services that we offer. And now, you're in the educational series just on Medicaid crisis planning. So that's all I'm talking about right now is how to save it in those specific situations. Many times I see a scared spouse that has experienced their husband or their wife with a stroke or with early onset Alzheimer's and dementia, and their retirement, they both worked and they both scrimped and saved their whole lives so that they could have a retirement and have some time together. But all that money is going toward long-term care, and it's being spent down very rapidly. So the spouse is extremely concerned that he or she will not have, and that spouse may have decades of healthy living and years to live and to prosper, but is concerned they're going to be destitute and broke because all their money right now and income is being spent down and goes toward long-term care, assisted living or nursing home care for that other spouse. We can get in those situations, and there are options, there are answers, and there are solutions to save that retirement, to save that money, to save that real estate and that property for the family. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about Medicaid crisis planning. there are solutions, and that is one of the ways that you can pay for assisted living or nursing home care. Now we're talking about Medicaid crisis planning, but I'll put something else in here. If you're a veteran, spouse of a veteran, or spouse of a deceased veteran, you could also exercise a pension option that could be a possibility for you for Veterans Aid and Attendance Pension Benefits. We qualify veterans, spouse of veterans, and spouse of deceased veterans for Veterans Aid and Attendance Pension Benefits, which adds a maximum of approximately $34,000 down to around $14,000, depending on if it's two married veterans, a veteran and a dependent, spouse of a veteran, or spouse of a deceased veteran, and it tiers down from there. So we could add those substantial income that wasn't already there that can allow someone to have a real shortfall where they're spending down assets to pay for assisted living care, for example, to being able to pay for that care or have more than enough money to pay for that care, private pay. We'd love to do that. We'd love to talk to you, if you're a veteran, about that option as well. So just remember that if you're a veteran, that could be an option for you, your spouse, or if you were married to a veteran and he or she has passed away, could be an option for you as well as your mother or father if you're a child of someone who is needing care or is in declining health. That is also an option. And when we do a consult or when we do an assessment, that's one of the things we ask, and that's one of the things we look at, is whether to go toward a long-term care route, insurance route, and we don't sell insurance. Again, I'm a legal professional. I'm an attorney. But the long-term care route, or a Medicaid route to pay for care, or a Veterans Aid and Attendance Pension benefit route to pay for care. Please click below. I have another important video that I'd like you to see.